Keys to Success in Interviews. Presented by Open Analytical Quality Assurance Manager, or my presentation speaker who. Learning objectives. Preparing for interviews. The interview experiences. Questions to expect and to ask. Different types of interviews. Assessment centers. Psychometric tests. Interview resources. Interview equals a meeting with an objective. Employer's objective is to find the best person for the job. Employers reviews candidates' experience and abilities. Can you do the job? Skills, ability, qualifications. Will you do the job? Interest, attitude and motivation. How will you fit into the organization? U. Personality. Impress employer and assess position on offer. What does this position offer me? How does it fit with my career plans? Congratulations, you have passed the first hurdle. You must prove that you are the most suitable candidate for this position. Preparation is the key to success. Planning and preparation. Review own skills, experiences, and qualities. Check CV. Anticipate questions and identify relevant examples. Prepare key selling points, research organization. Websites, reports, articles, company literature, etc. Planning and preparation. Contacts with knowledge of organization or sector. Relevant articles in the press. Personal visit or telephone call, research job and occupational area. Job description, or similar. Current issues, prepare your questions, practice. Watch the body language. First impressions very powerful. Hello effect or devil effect. Allow time to relax. Dress appropriately. Entrance, introductions and handshake. Watch the body language. Smile and make eye contact. Be aware of own movements. Watch body language of interviewer. Typical questions. About you. Tell me about yourself. Bring me up to date with your CV. Why did you choose that particular degree? Program. What experience have you had that is relevant to this post? What would you consider your major achievements to date? About the job. What interests you about this job? About you. What do you know about this organization? What other options are you considering? How do you see your career developing 5 years? If you were head of department, what would be your priorities? General knowledge, what do you think about the government's policies? Other type of questions. What if questions? No experience, how are you likely to respond to a situation? Analytical questions. How exactly did you deal with the situation? How did you know it worked? How did you feel about the outcome? Could you have handled it differently? Competency-based interviews. Company identifies key skills required for job, designs questions to elicit evidence of skills, emphasis on past behavior as predictor of success, teamwork. Describe a team project you worked on. What problems arose? How did you deal with them? Communication skills. Describe situation when you had to persuade others to support your view. Competency-based interviews. Give an example of any reports you've written, which illustrate your writing skills, interpersonal skills. What kinds of people do you find it difficult to work with? How do you handle those situations? Taking responsibility. Describe a time when you took responsibility to achieve a challenging goal. Problem solving. Tell about a time when you had several tasks to manage at one time with conflicting deadlines. Preparing for competency interview. Identify the competencies required for job. Review job description or ask for information. Define each competency in behavioral terms. Identify past experience to illustrate how you demonstrated that behavior. Preparing for competency interview. Prepare examples for each competency. Practice talking about your experience. Try to give a complete answer. Star. Responding to competency cue. Preparing for competency interview. Q. Give me an example of a problem you encountered. How did you approach it? What was the outcome? Responding to competency cue. Star responses. Describe the situation. Explain the task/problem that arose. What action did you take? What was the result or outcome? What did you learn from this experience? Preparing for competency interview. Matching skills to requirements. Employer needs communication, teamwork, leadership initiative. Your evidence, presentation to class, example from cooperative class rep, committee fundraising for charity, designed website, business pages, commercial awareness. Your answers, listen carefully, seek clarification. Preparing for competency interview. Illustrate answers with real examples and evidence. Be positive, constructive criticism, keep answers specific and succinct, take time to respond, be alert to interviewers' body language, speak clearly, smile and show enthusiasm, know what you want to say, and find the opportunity. Qualities employers seek. Good all-round intelligence. Preparing for competency interview. Enthusiasm, commitment, and motivation. Good communication skills. Teamwork ability. Ability to solve problems. Capacity to work hard. Initiative and self-reliance. Preparing for competency interview. Balanced personality. Competencies required by X company. Adaptability. Integrity. Innovation. Teamwork. Initiative. Drive for results. Preparing for competency interview. Know the business. Open exchange of information makes difficult decisions. Your questions. Training programs. Career development opportunities. Types of projects and responsibilities, reporting structure, performance appraisal, profile of staff, questions about topics raised in interview, what happens next? Preparing for competency interview. What creates a bad impression? Poor personal appearance, negative attitude, evasive, using excuses. Lack of interest and enthusiasm. Lack of preparation. Poor knowledge of role. Failure to give concrete examples of skills. Preparing for competency interview. Overemphasis on money/rewards, lack of career plan after the interview. Review own performance. What went well, what went badly, what you wished you had said. Prepare for next stage, invitation to second/final round interviews. Assessment center, psychometric testing, panel interview, rejection letter/email. If you can, request feedback, use it. Preparing for competency interview. Telephone interviews. Prepare as thoroughly as for real interview. Select comfortable, private, quiet place. Advise flatmates, re-answering phone. Have copy of CV and company information. Preparing for competency interview. Have pen and paper at hand. Prepare for usual interview questions, practice on phone. Record answers, try standing, smile and use gestures. Avoid monotones. Be yourself. Preparing for competency interview. Other types of interviews. Rotating like 1-to-1, with different interviewers group. 6 to 8 candidates, group observed, while discussion topic. Be aware of group interaction panel. 2 to 5 interviewers, or as many as 13. Try to identify different roles. Respond to interviewer, include others, through eye contact may involve presentation, assessment centers. Preparing for competency interview. Company premises, or neutral venue. Include social, or informal events. Meeting with recent graduates, or managers. Activities include group exercises, practical tasks, and exercises report writing. Oral presentations, psychometric assessments. Interview simulates, real work environment, psychometric tests. Preparing for competency interview. You don't mind the psychometric test, do you? Why the sodium pentothal psychometric tests? Aptitude tests measure skills relevant to position. Verbal comprehension, evaluate logic of text, numerical reasoning, interpret statistical data, diagrammatic reasoning, recognize patterns. Preparing for competency interview. Watch timing, complete as many as possible personality questionnaires. Look at personality style, no right or wrong answers, be spontaneous, don't try to second guess. Tests include built-in checks, employers may be looking for different personality profiles, practice using online tests. Good interview skills. Job interview, at a glance. This tutorial will introduce you to the 3 phases of the job interview, the types of interviews used by employers, and the qualities that employers said impressed them most during the interview. The purpose of an interview. Good interview skills. To give the employer an opportunity to learn about you, your qualifications, and experience, and to decide if you are the best person for the job. To give the job seeker an opportunity to learn about the company, the position, its duties and expectations, and to convince the employer that he/she is the right person for their organization. It's the point where hiring decisions are made. It serves as a screening tool for future interviews. Good interview skills. 3 phases of an interview, before/during/after. Phase 1, before. Know yourself. Know the employer. Appearance. Timing. Before, know yourself. Good interview skills. Think about how your interests, skills, education, experience, and values match the type of organization and position for which you are being interviewed. Before, know the employer. Researching potential employers enables you to ask well-informed questions and to see how you fit in the organization. Good interview skills. HTTP search. Researching potential employers is expected by interviewers. Before, appearance. Trimmed haircut. Clean-shaved warm smile. Good interview skills. Get a good night's rest, choose an outfit that doesn't wrinkle easily, avoid loud colors, avoid low-cut blouses, avoid short skirts, avoid clanging jewelry, excessive makeup, and bold fragrances, avoid sandals and open-toed shoes, avoid character ties, be sure hairstyle is neat, be sure that your teeth are clean, and your breath is fresh, be sure shoes are clean and polished, be sure facial hair is neatly trimmed. Feel of confidence. Formal dress. Handshake. Good interview skills. Correct body posture. Before, timing. Know the exact time and location of the interview. Do a dry run prior to the interview to find accessible parking and entrances time. If you are using public transportation, allow time for the inevitable. Arrive 15 minutes early to freshen up hair and clothes. Good interview skills. Phase 2, during. Most interviews will include the following structure. Greeting/opening. Small talk. Questions and answers closing. During, opening/greeting. The interview begins once you step into the outer office, so be nice to everyone you meet. Refrain from fidgeting or spreading out your belongings. Example code, umbrella. During, small talk. Good interview skills. Phase 2, during. Enter and greet the interviewer with a smile, good eye contact, and firm handshake. Always refer to the interviewer by their name, example Mr. Nicky. Keep a good posture, place feet firmly upon the floor, and put your belongings in your lap or next to your chair. During, questions and answers. Listen to questions carefully. Answer questions in a brief, concise manner. Relate all answers to the job and your skills. Mention examples and results of your past work. During, questions and answers. Good interview skills. Take notes. When it's your turn, ask questions, for this shows responsibility and alertness. Previously prepared questions will impress the interviewer even more. During, closing clues to indicate the interview is ending. Good interview skills. The interviewer may rustle papers, look at his/her watch, or pack up his/her belongings. The interviewer will state that he/she has all the information needed. The interviewer will stand. Thank the interviewer by name for their time, shake their hand, smile, and say goodbye. Good interview skills. Phase 3, after. This is the final phase of an interview. It includes 2 components. Follow-up. Evaluation. Thank you. After, follow-up, jot down important notes about the job and the organization. Good interview skills. Phase 3, after. Send a thank you card, note or email to the interviewer. A phone call is good also. After, evaluation. Take the time to evaluate the interview experience. What would you do differently? Where can you improve? What were your impressions? What can you expect next? Are you still interested in the position? Types of interviews. The interview is the last segment in the selection process. Employers use interview styles that assist in revealing those attributes of the candidate that are most essential for the job and most beneficial to the organization. Types of interviews. Exploratory/information panel group. Sequential stress. Types of interviews. Behavioral. Telephone. Screening second. Multiple meal. Testing/performance. Fly-in cyber. Qualities that employers said impressed them the most about a candidate during the interview. Thanks. With regards. Open. Analytical Quality Assurance Manager. And, thanks for listening me.